Hello, this is Angel, and today I want to show you what's included in the kit HSL 3000. This is the dry cell, which we call it HSLG 3000. I will show you first the measures of this dry cell. This is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters or 4 by 4 inches. And the total deep it's 11.5 centimeters or 4.5 inches of this dry cell. We have 3 negative and 2 positive plates. In between of them we have by 4 neutral plates. It's very compact dry cell, so you can find a space for this under the hood near the engine. As you can see, we use also these pushing fittings. The filling fitting it's on the back side, and the returning gas and electrolyte back to the reservoir it's on the front side. But it doesn't matter how you're going to install it on the in the vehicle. It depends on the space you have there available, of course. We left these bolts longer so you can use them for installation together with their holders. We provide these holders so it will be easier to install it. Now, it's a very compact device, and we're using it for engines up to 3 liter. Engine displacement reservoir is the same like in the other kits, 1.4 liters, again with pushing fittings. Water level sensor is installed in each one of our kits. You don't have to order it on site, so it's much easier this way. Next item, this is the bubbler. Again, I will make a separate video about explanation of the bubbler, how does it work and why we're using this device on the bottom, these connectors. So this is the 3 key elements of the system. All of them, they are very compact, so because in most of the vehicles we do not have a lot of space, especially in the newer vehicles. That's why we are using as much as possible compact elements and parts of this system. As you can see, the dry cell is very small, and the other kits, HSL 2000 and HSL 1500, they are even smaller dry cells. Next item is the gas hose. We are using polyamide 12. And next important things which are included in the kit, this is the wires for positive and negative for the loading line. We have another 4 wires for the PWM, dynamic PWM, if you're willing to connect the dynamic PWM. Actually, this is the dynamic PWM. Or if you choose to use a constant current PWM, it depends on your decision what you're willing to use. Then in this kit, this also included the connectors for the hoses, 3-way connector, drain valve, gas inlet connector as well, very important thing, so you can feed the gas into the air intake. Let me just move them a little bit so you can see all of these items on the video. We have all of the holders for the dry cell, 4 pieces. Make sure it's holded very well and it's attached very well to the chassis of the vehicle, because this is very important, because all of the vehicles, they have a lot of vibrations during driving. So the dry cell, reservoir and bubbler, they must be installed very well in the vehicle. Another thing is that we're including in this kit the LED indicator, which should be installed near the dashboard, so you can see if your system is operational or not. When it's lighting up, means that system is operational. When it doesn't, means that you have to refill electrolyte to the reservoir. We have all of these connectors, wiring connectors, so you need all of them to connect all the wires properly and secure them, install them properly in the vehicle. Another important thing for the system, this is the fuse. We're using automatic 30 amp fuse. Even our systems does not reach 30 amp because we don't need 30 amp. This is too much load. So you can choose how many amps to release to the system. Usually this dry cell is used for 3-liter engines, up to 3-liter engines actually, and amperage vary between 5 and 16 amperes. And this is absolutely enough to produce enough amount of gas to get a fuel saving, which is very important. As I said, this is the basic kit as you see now, and you can also choose to use a constant current PWM with a knob, so you can turn it on and regulate the amps, or you can use our latest development, our dynamic PWM, which is absolutely automatic, and you don't need to regulate anything because everything happening based on different parameters of the vehicle and of the system as well. I will make another video about the dynamic PWM, how does it work and why we design it to work this way. So just follow us on YouTube, and you will see the next video where I'm explaining about the dynamic PWM of Hydrox systems. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like us or subscribe to our YouTube channel so you will see more interesting videos in the future. Thank you.